So let's have a look at the charitable organizations in dog culture. So here we have a list of the charitable organizations. These are tax shelters. They're subsidized by the government, which means they're subsidized by your tax money. So here's our list. We have 25 per page. This search has 44 pages. Um, Notice what I typed in: dog rescue. If you just type in dog, you will also get tons and tons of results, up to 300 pages or more. So all of these organizations, they take in dogs and they resell the dogs to you. Let's look at one of their pages. Here's the mission statement: to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome, to provide appropriate medical care regardless of the condition or cost. So these dogs come into these places sick, old, broken, damaged, because people give up on them because the vet bills are too high, because the dog attacks their kid or attacks their other dogs. So these organizations that are subsidized by your tax dollars, they help pay for things like $5,000, $16,000 vet bills when people end up giving up on these dogs and other things. These organizations, like this one here that I pulled up, they require dogs to be suffering. They require dog suffering in society for them to work. Because if they want to be a 501c3, they have to be all about saving animals, stopping animal cruelty. So the presence of animal cruelty is a big part of how these people get rich. It's a big part of how they fleece the American taxpayer of money. Another thing you might not know: when you foster a dog for one of these tax shelter companies, you can deduct this on your taxes. I'll put this page in the description. So you get one of these dogs, you spend a bunch of money on it while you're fostering it, all the top of the line food and meat and everything else, plus cleaning products, plus doggy daycare, plus you got to drive it. You can claim it on your taxes, which means the American taxpayer is paying for all these people to foster dogs. And they're required to do top of the line care while they're fostering a dog, because the next owner doesn't want a nasty, stinking dog that has all kinds of problems. But one of the side effects of these fosters is people will get lots and lots of dogs because they can get a tax shelter on it. So they'll get more and more dogs, and it promotes this hoarding. There's many stories of these people that go to foster dogs. They're dog fosterers, and they end up having 20 dogs in the basement, 3 dogs in a van, 4 dogs up in their bedroom closet. And part of what happens is these dogs get so nasty and dirty, they can't rehome them. But they can still do this tax shelter thing, and they get trapped in it. They get more and more dogs thinking that this is the life for me. But in reality, society is paying for it, and the dogs pay for it, because this is what happens to the dogs. And eventually a hoarder, like this one I'm showing you in the picture, will get found out, and then all these dogs again will go to one of these organizations, where the organization will spend thousands and thousands getting this dog pimped out, freshened up, blinged out, and then they'll drive the dog to another state and resell it and put the dog back into the system. And so if you're a dog lover, this topic should be very interesting to you. I know a lot of dog lovers might be watching this and say, well, this guy's just a dog hater. What's his problem? It's just bad owners. Well, it's a whole lot more than bad owners. It's the presence of the dog tricks us all into these crazy behaviors. And that's why these organizations exist, because they can get rich. They can rake in the money. And basically the dogs are, excuse my language, but they're being whored out and overbred in order for money. That's all it is. So let's go back to our charitable organization list. So we know that dogs often attack kids, right? So let's do a search for kids organizations. Charity for kids. Okay, we got some results. Check it out. We have, sorry about the scrolling. Wow, we got quite a few results. Let's search all of these results for charities that help kids with dog bites. So we have 11,736 kids organizations on this search. So I'm going to go Control F and I'm going to type in dog, because kids get bit by dogs all the time. There has to be an organization that helps these kids, right? Well, we have nothing. I just searched 11,000 charitable organizations that are supposed to help kids, educate kids for safety and a better quality of life, and I got nothing. I just did a control F dog, and I searched these entire search results for the word dog. I got nothing. So these organizations, they're all about dogs. They're not about kids. So let me do another search. Just hang out with me here for a minute. I'm going to type in women. We know that women get torn up by dogs a lot. Okay, we got a whole bunch of charitable organizations for women. 31,000 results. Well, again, I'm going to do the dog search. So there's got to be like women to help women that have been attacked by dogs, but let me just make sure I did that right. Type in dog. I just typed in doe. Doe. So I typed in dog and I got zero. Zero results. How about just bite? Women that get bitten by dogs. Nothing. So that's very telling. All of these organizations that are raking the money in for dogs, there should be equal amount of societal effort to help the people that are attacked by dogs, but there isn't. It's pretty crazy that we actually have these organizations for pit bulls. We have organizations out there that are lobbying for pit bulls, collecting donations, spending money, claiming that money on their taxes for these pit bulls all over our country. You know, pit bulls are very, very dangerous. And so if there's this many organizations for pit bulls, what about organizations for kids that need to be taught about the dangers of pit bulls? Where are they at? So let's type in on these organizations, let's type in pit bull bite. So there's got to be some organizations that are helping with pit bull bites, right? Oh, we're searching. What do we got? Nothing. So it seems like, according to the IRS's search engine, we don't have anything about pit bull bites. You know, maybe let me try this. Pit bull bite recovery. Any organizations out there going to train us up on how to fix ourselves after being ripped to shreds? I guess not. So there it is, a little look at these organizations. If you wonder why politics, organizations, people that have the levers of power in industry are so wrapped up in the dog culture, this is why. All of these businesses are funded by government subsidies, by subsidies that come from your tax dollars. So this can be also used to really debunk any dog defender argument. When a dog defender says, hey, you hate dogs, hey, you don't care about dogs, hey, you live in a country that literally worships dogs and has gigantic organizations that are government funded, taxpayer funded. And every dollar you spend, when you buy gas for your car, when you buy an ice cream cone, part of that goes to these organizations so they can continue to adopt these poor dogs that need help. But come back a year from now and look at these lists. These lists will be bigger and bigger. These organizations also help propagate dogs. They help put more dogs on the streets, more dogs in basements, more dogs that bite people, more dogs that get hurt themselves running in front of cars, jumping out of windows to attack kids. Yes, they do that. So whether you like dogs or not, you got to understand your country is wasting so much money just to keep dogs alive, just so the dogs can get hurt and injured and neglected, just so they can come back and use the dog again to get more money from you. It's not good for dogs in the long run. They're just suffering. They're just being overpopulated, overbreeded. So take some time to look up this topic on your own. I'll throw some links in the description. But as you can see, here are some of the things that even just somebody that fosters a dog will get federal tax money or other such help right from your taxpayer dollar. Utility bills, cleaning supplies, pet supplies, veterinary expenses. The dog breaks his leg, you go to the vet, it becomes a tax write off. It's basically free money because you have a dog. So that's why people are so incentivized to keep up this dog propagation. That's why the people in the news, when there's strays attacking people and biting people, that's why they turn a blind eye, because it is a gigantic income source. Dogs suffer more and more every year. Dog populations go up, and these organizations pop up more and more. But if these organizations are helping with animal cruelty and helping with animal suffering, why are there more and more of these organizations? It's kind of like taking antidepressants, yet our country has more and more depression, so we just take more antidepressants. In that situation, depressed people are what puts money in the pockets of the people that sell the antidepressants. And in this situation, dogs that are suffering, that is how these people operate. So if you wonder why our society is the way it is, dogs are nothing but a profit center at the price of your quality of life, at the price of your tax money. And it's not just the tax money, it's the resources and the habits that come downstream. Instead of taking care of each other as a society, instead of fostering each other and helping each other become the beautiful people we can be, this is what we're doing every day, all over the place. You even see it in the little memes on Facebook where it says, if I won the lottery, there would be signs, and it's a picture of like 100 dogs outside of somebody's house, instead of like gifts for their family. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this topic. I'll see you in the comments.